this is Robert. On this video we're going to go ahead and tear down the heater core box and kind of see what's inside of it and start cleaning it up and prepping it and restoring it. Okay, we're going to start the tear down of the heater box. There's two bolts, holes that are right there, two right there. You want to be really careful with that piece. Looks like they are a 1/4 inch. The box actually looks in really good shape, so it'd be interesting to see what's inside of it. When I was in high school, I actually replaced the heater core, I'm sorry. I didn't do any to the box, I didn't restore the box at all, just the heater core itself. I actually did that while I was still in the car. I don't know how I did it, but I was able to do it, so it is possible. I think it's a lot easier taking it out though. And then there's actually one on the back as well, on the bottom. Actually make that two, there's two on the bottom. Okay, that's off. The heater box actually looks pretty good shape. A little bit of rip right here. I think that's gonna be okay, I'm gonna try to save it. It doesn't look like it's cracked at all. Looks like that bigger bolt hole's kind of gone through, but I think it'll be okay. I'm just going to wipe it down. Okay, the next part I'm going to attack is I'm going to take these pins off right here. Looks like I'm missing a couple. I'm missing one there and one there, so I'll probably order a couple more of those. That's actually probably where I couldn't get the pins back on when I was in high school. But we'll get some new pins for that. It looks like in pretty good shape on the top and everything. So I'll pop the few that are left and we'll see what the heater core looks like on the inside. Just using a pry bar. Seems to work pretty good. Just kind of stick it back there. Kind of twist it a little bit. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So the inside, you can see the foam. What we're going to do is, you can see there's remnants of the foam still left. So I'm going to kind of clean that up. You don't want those fibers blown in your car. And put new foam there on the door as well. Overall, it actually looks in really good shape. A lot of times when you pull these out, there'll be a pile of leaves and everything because the cowl kind of feeds right into this hole right here, into this big hole, and it goes down inside. Next, I'll go ahead and take those heater hoses off, and we'll go ahead and pull the heater core out. So this is probably the culprit in this area right here, where we had some leaking. Just kind of peeling this off, trying to be careful I don't bend the metal or anything like that. The gasket was pretty much gone, right, and long hair and everything. Right here, I don't know if you can see that, the box is cracked. I'm going to see what I can do with that. See if I can fix it or what. I'd rather try to keep it original if I can. We'll kind of test it out and see what we can do with it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take the heater motor off. It's 4 bolts, or 4 nuts actually. And a 4th one. Okay, there's the motor. Sounds like it spins really good. I could actually hook it up to the battery and kind of we can see how it sounds. The wiring's a little bit brittle. To see what I can do about that. Okay, so on this piece, I'm actually not going to separate this from the housing. It's actually riveted in. and I should be able to clean it up without having to worry about that. So it'll be good enough to where we can just leave it alone. Okay, next part's going to be removing this mechanism right here. So the way we access that is going to be these two bolts right here. It's going to be a 1/4 inch again. So we take those two off. And this whole flapper piece comes out. So just for orientation purposes, that's how it's going to go back in. And there's where the two screw holes are that bolt in from the back. We got to do one of these, so we'll go ahead and pop this gasket off. Got some gasket in here we can clean up later. So that one, other than picking out some gaskets and stuff like that, it's pretty well disassembled. So we'll set this guy aside. Take a look over here. Okay, this is one of the flappers inside the heater box. I'm going to go ahead and take that off so I can touch up that rod and stuff like that, get all the surface rust off and everything. There's still a lot of foam residue, so I think it'll be easier if I take that flapper out. So those are going to be 1/4 inch bolts again. I'll pry that up just a little bit with some spot welds on here. There we go. You can see the spot welds right here. So that's kind of what holds it in. So I just pried it up just a little bit, and so when I put it back in, the screws should sandwich it back in and kind of pinch that seam back down. But this way I can get into it easier, get all this extra foam, all this junk off a lot easier, and get it really cleaned up really nice. Now, if you wanted to, you can take this rod out. And the way you're going to do that, there's like a little hat right here. So you'd pop that, and then you're going to work the rod out right here. The rod's in good shape. It's just some surface rust. I should be able to get that with some steel wool. So there's really no point in taking that out. I can clean up around it. Like I said, I'm trying to create as less stress as I can on this box because it's this one's a lot stiffer. This is metal, but this one's definitely fiberglass. But either way, just trying to be super careful with the box. And that's pretty much the disassembly of the heater box. So next we'll kind of go into like a cleaning of it and everything. And we'll break down the individual components. So it's torn down as far as I like to tear them down. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We've had some surprises when we tore that heater core box apart, and what we're going to do in the next video is I'm going to go ahead and do some repair work on that heater core box and use some fiberglass and see if we can get that fixed. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and hit like and subscribe if you want to continue on, and so you can be notified of the next videos.